am here for another video. Let's go. 2 videos in a row? Hold on. What is happening here? This is wild. Thank you guys so much for watching the last video. Wow, we hit over 50K views on that last video. Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? Hold on. I put out that video. I was like, hold on. This video is blowing up. You guys definitely blew up that video and it was amazing. Thank you guys so much. The last video that I made was really fun to make. I had a blast making it and editing it. Thank you guys so much. Truly appreciate it. The Danganronpa community, like I said in the end of that last video, is amazing. You guys have always given to me, and hopefully I've given back to y'all with all my kindness and wholesome and positive energy. Let's go. Anyways, after that last video, I had a couple of friends hit me up and say, Blaze, we see that you put out a video talking about, you know, there possibly being a new game. So what would you like to see in it? We want to hear it. So I was like, I got y'all, bro. I know. I got you. I'll definitely make a video on that. So that's what this video here is for. We're going to talk about what I'd like to see in a new main titled Danganronpa game. So we're talking about Danganronpa 4 or V3. How should this spare goes? Danganronpa 5. Wait. Danganronpa 4. So let's just jump right into the video. So for the first thing that I would like to see in a new Danganronpa game, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset, do not hit that dislike button, please. Hold up. Stop. All right. Don't comment yet. Don't hit that dislike button. Let me explain before you get upset. So the first thing that I would like to see in a new Danganronpa game is a protagonist switch. And I know you guys are saying, Blaze, Kaide, PTSD, V3. I know. I get it. I know. I really wanted Kaide to be the main protagonist in V3. I'm really sad that she ended up dying. But the thing about it is I'm kind of happy because I predicted that and I kind of knew that was going to happen because she was way too cheerful. And that kind of sucks because I got my wish for a female protagonist, which I know UDG, but a main series titled game, you know, protagonist being female. And that would have been great. But, you know, they kind of yanked that away from me. And she seemed like she was going to be unboring. You know what I mean? She wasn't going to be Makoto and she wasn't going to be Hajime. She was going to be like this fun main character, you know? But it sucks. We lost her. But you know what, guys? That's all right. Because what I would like to see in a new Danganronpa game is not necessarily the main character dying, but something different. Now, I'm going to reference 2 fan games that I have played. If you know me, I've played a lot of fan games and I've seen a lot of different renditions of Danganronpa and, you know, other creators' perspectives, right? So I'm going to reference these 2 fan games really quick. The first one is Super Danganronpa Another 2. Now, Super Danganronpa Another 2 actually had a really cool protagonist switch in that game in particular, where the main character didn't necessarily die, but you didn't play as them in the trial. You would play it as somebody else. And as you played as that other person, you ended up seeing another plot twist that had you like, wait, what? How does this happen? Wait, this is crazy. So I really liked that. And after the trial, of course, it did switch back to the perspective of the main character. So we didn't lose the main character, but we got to see a new perspective of another character. And on top of that, that character is really freaking bad. We got to see a really cool, interesting tidbit about said character. And then it was like, all right, back to the main character right after the trial. It was awesome. Now, there's another fan game out there called Danganronpa Rocky Restarts. And that one actually had a protagonist switch also. In that game, the creator, Steven, actually made it a point to say that the main character wasn't good at trials and investigating. So you got to play in the perspective of another character in said game and do the investigation and trial in that perspective. And it was awesome because it was just like, okay, the main character's not good at trials. And that makes sense, right? So instead of making the main character super OP, you play as a different character who would be better suited for a trial and investigation. So imagine playing Danganronpa 1 and during the daily life, you're playing as Makoto Naagi. But once a death ends up happening, Makoto freaks out and is just like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. So you switch on over to Kyoko Kirigiri's perspective and you get to do the investigation and trial as her, right? That would have been really cool, huh? So basically, Steven did something similar to that, and I thought that was really cool. So I think that would be cool if they could do something pretty similar to those 2 games in the new Danganronpa game. I think that would be awesome. So the second thing that I would love to see in a new Danganronpa game is and I'm gonna be referencing Your Turn to Die because I am freaking Your Turn to Die trash, by the way, okay? Cue the music. I love Your Turn to Die so much. It is one of my favorite games of last year, next to The Somnium Files. Your Turn to Die is literally Danganronpa on LSD, okay? We're talking, this is Danganronpa on steroids. We're talking, this is Danganronpa on crack. Your Turn to Die is phenomenal, okay? I'm not gonna spoil anything from that game in particular, so don't worry. In Your Turn to Die, you get to see the protagonists go through it in that game. Like, they legitimately go through it. We're talking, they are hallucinating about characters that have passed away. You know, they're having these nightmares and these, you know, bad dreams and things like that. Like, the main character is really going through it. On top of us seeing them go through it mentally, we get to see them go through it physically. Their appearance ends up changing the farther you go into the game. And I felt like that was a really realistic interpretation of, you know, if kids were really in a killing game, you know? And I feel like that's kind of where Danganronpa misses its mark, because normally in Danganronpa, it's like everybody's scared at first. Then, you know, the first killing happens and everyone's like, oh my God, this is for real. Like, this is really happening, you know? And it gets all, you know, everybody's nerve wracked and stuff. And then next thing you know it, you go into the trial. Everybody does the trial. It's all cool and dandy there. And then the post-trial, you know, they see the execution and they're like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I can't believe we're here. It's a killing game. Oh, you know, and then the next chapter happens and everybody's just like, yeah, that person died. Let's throw a party. And as a player, you're just like, wait, you guys are in a killing game. And on top of that, you're kids, you're teenagers, and you're missing, you haven't seen your parents, and you're alone in this game where kids are killing each other, and you're telling me we're gonna be throwing parties? Like, it didn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense. Like, if you were really in a killing game as a teenager, you would be going through it. You would be going through it physically, you'd be going through it mentally. It wouldn't be all fun and games. So I guess I'd rather see this Danganronpa feel more dark, you know, in the sense of, you know, how Your Turn to Die is, where, you know, I want to see them hallucinate. I want to see them having those bad dreams. I want to see the physical appearance of all the characters diminishing. You know, I know that might sound mean and really screwed up, but, you know, they're in a killing game. It should be like that, you know? And yeah, I get it. It's fiction, it's anime, but I still want that realism and stuff, you know? I think it would be cool. It would be a change of pace. Okay, for the next one. I'm sorry. I need this, Kodaka. I need this. Please give me a female protagonist, all right? Don't yank it from me this time. Let me have my female protagonist. I need this. And I think this is why I like Your Turn to Die so much more, is because you do get a female protagonist in Your Turn to Die. And I'm just like, man, if Danganronpa would have just kept Kaede, man, I kind of would want that. Like, why didn't they just leave it alone and just let me play as Kaede the entire game and have Kaede and Koichi doing things together? It would have been so much fun, and Kaede was such a great character. Man, why? Why? Please? So yeah, I don't really have much to say on this one. Just please give me a female protagonist. I love that kind of representation. On top of that, just give me a lot of representation in this game. You know, I want to see some gay romance, maybe even a transgender character. Please, just give it all to me, please. Oh God. For the next one, no more tropes. Get rid of the tropes. I'm done with them. I'm sick of them. I don't want to go through those tropes again. We saw it in the first game, and we saw it on to the second game, and then to the second game to V3. The tropes gotta go. They gotta go. I've seen so many fan games break the tropes and do so much more unique stuff with this idea of Danganronpa. So it's like, get rid of the tropes, dude. Like, they were cool in the last trilogy, but if we're gonna come out with a new entire, you know, main titled game, we got to get rid of these tropes. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of seeing the big man die. I'm sick of seeing more than 2 people die at chapter 3. Like, just get rid of all those tropes. Get rid of them all. I'm done with them. I'm sick of them. And I think a lot of people in the fan base can definitely agree with me there. Last but not least, I want a Fire Emblem support system type thing in the new Danganronpa game. If you haven't played Fire Emblem, or you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, for all of those people that have played Fire Emblem, you guys know what I'm talking about. So basically in Fire Emblem, they have this really cool FTE type thing where you get to see 2 characters interact instead of those characters interacting with the main character. It's two different characters interacting. Now, I would like to point you guys over to Danganronpa Shattered Hope because they have something called social butterfly events over there. And Cross was actually inspired by Fire Emblem's support system. And it works really freaking well in Danganronpa. And let me tell you, Cross did an amazing job over there at his Fangan, and they are really fun to watch. It's really cool to see two characters interacting with each other. So imagine, you know, watching Angie and Miyu Iruma talking to each other, having a conversation, instead of Angie talking to Shuichi or, you know, Iruma just talking to Shuichi. You'd be able to see two completely different personalities interacting with each other. And I think that's awesome. You know what? I got something good for you guys. I'm going to play a clip from the Danganronpa Shattered Hope social butterfly events that you guys can see right here, right now, just so you can understand what the heck I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Oh, please. Your buttons get pushed so easily that it doesn't matter what time it is, sweetie pie. Well, maybe it's time you left. This?
Get lost!
Maybe it's time you stop being so moody. Maybe it's time you stop wearing such awful clothes. Oh no, they're battling. It is a Pokemon battle. Wasn't that dope? Was that not dope? That was awesome. You got to see those two characters interact with each other. That's cool. And it opens up so many more possibilities of more backstory and just seeing the characters come to life and actually feel like they're trying to become friends with each other. It's awesome. But yeah, that's all I really got for you guys. Those were my top 5 things that I really wanted to see in a new Danganronpa game. Hopefully you guys agree with some of those, but I have something for you guys. I got 2 things to tell you guys right now, actually. Number 1, go ahead and tell me some things you guys would like to see in a new Danganronpa game. And I'm actually going to be making a video reading your guys' comments on what you guys would like to see. Go ahead, drop those comments down below, please. Let's get you guys involved. I like getting my subscribers involved, okay? So that's what I've always been about, especially in the past. If you've been subscribed to me, you know I like getting you guys involved. So go ahead and drop those comments down below. Secondly, okay, are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Turn the volume up. The next video on this channel is actually going to be me recommending you guys fan games. I have been playing a plethora of fan games. I've played so many fan games on my channel that I feel like I could go ahead and recommend you guys some fan games that you guys can play, okay? So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully you guys will really like that video and enjoy it. I'm gonna be telling you guys some of my top 5, maybe 6 or 7, I don't know, top something, fan games that I've played so far. I've loved all of them. But you know, I don't think you guys want to do exactly what I'm doing. But I mean, it would be good if you went out and played every fan game, but some people just don't have time to play all the fan games. So I would like to tell you some of my favorite ones so you guys can go check them out for yourselves, all right? And that's all I really got for you guys in this video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support on the last video, and hopefully you guys support this one too. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Deuces.
Hope will never die! Notice, then still think of that dance. 2 minutes salary.